And we may still very much be in the thick of it with the cold and gloomy weather, but these guys really don't have the hump too much about it, and at least we're getting an extra 3 minutes a day of daylight, so it's not all bad. I'll give you the full weekend forecast in just a moment. Yes, they say never work with children or animals. This is, as you can see, the only two individuals who are not grumpy about the cold and gloomy weather. This is Mo and Navas, and they're brothers, they're Bactrian camels. And as you can see, they are looking perfectly happy in this rather gloomy weather at the moment. And in fact, I've been finding about why this weather is actually pretty perfect for them. Have a look. But if you've got the hump about the weather at the moment, it's not really surprising, bearing in mind the lack of sunshine. In fact, we are on track for one of the dullest winters on record, certainly there in the top 10. But spare a thought for people a little bit further afield. Now, sunrise for a long time at 11:30 in the morning. That must be exciting. By the end of next week, they're getting 5 hours of sunshine. Let's see if we get any sunshine or any brightness this weekend. Have a look. So milder temperatures are expected from the middle of next week. Dare I call that hump day? But until then, over this weekend, keep calm and camel on. Back to you.
Oh my goodness. Thanks very much, Becky.
I think this is the peak of my career where I'm doing a forecast with a camel bottom behind me. Anyway, let's have a look at the summary then for this weekend. And as you can see, it's going to be a largely cool and cloudy sort of picture. It's really more of the same of what we've been getting. Outbreaks of rain, turning rather wintry on the hills. There will be some brightness around in places, but I think it'll really be across the far northern and far southeastern periphery, generally speaking. Now, looking ahead to this evening and overnight, you can see weather fronts moving in from the west. Ahead of it, we've still got, I have to keep an eye just in case, ahead of it, we've got something a little bit cooler. As you can see, those temperatures close to freezing in places, largely dry here out across the western parts. We've got slightly milder air, but also some rain as well. Now, as we look ahead to the start of the weekend, we do so with a weather warning in force, and that's going to be for much of the day across northeastern parts of England. That's for snow and ice, and generally speaking, it is going to be a fairly gloomy picture for many of us. A lot of cloud around and that rain as well, swirling around, moving eastwards all the time. In between that, something a little bit drier, but all the time it is going to be a reasonably cloudy sort of picture. Quite miserable, quite chilly, I'm afraid. On to Sunday then, it's really more of the same, but if we're clutching at straws, we'll say it's slightly drier, a little bit brighter, and temperatures in the west, again, just rising up a tiny bit.